Bonjour, il est urgent. So lately, the news has been unchanged as far as what this country's focus is on, what this country's really concerned about, what we should really be worried about. Jason Collins recently came out to be the first openly gay black athlete in the NBA. The recent story on that, the way it's unfolded, is that they're saying that he may not legitimately be gay. And look, people, I could segue into this long meandering tirade about what I think about him being legitimately gay, but I will simply nip all this shit in the bud with one very simple retort. Who cares? Really, I ask yourself, who cares? Why is it that we constantly have to concern ourselves with whom is sleeping with whom? I thought that I was under the impression, I must have missed a huge memo. I was under the impression that we were in 2013 and we had cool shit like touchscreen phones and the internet accessible with all this kinds of crazy shit and applications and all this other great technology. And like I made a video about a guy being the first successful double arm amputee transplant, things like that. I was under the impression that we lived in that day and age where trivial matters like this were not even fucking open for discussion in terms of consideration. I mean, I could go on and on about how I feel about him being gay and all, but really, why does it matter? Why does it matter? I didn't know that we were still in middle school. I was under the impression that I fucking finished that like 5 or 6 years ago, like everybody else my age. But no, we have to constantly be bombarded by, I dub this as a distraction because really, this does not fucking correlate to anything. What has been on the news lately? The fucking Boston bombing. Aside from that, you got the whole Amanda Knox case and all this other crazy bullshit that, I'll get into in another video. But why is it that hatred and bigotry is still up for discussion? What is still being promoted and endorsed? Recently, the other day, I got in an argument with someone. I'm not gonna say who, but she asked me what my thoughts were on this whole story. It's like, yo, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about him not being legitimately gay? I'm just like, who cares? This is not news. This is not even remotely considered news. And I'm not even going to answer that question because I know as soon as I fucking answer, it's going to be your little opening to give your little 2 cents on what you think about it. And her 2 cents on it is that, homosexuality is bad and it's wrong because the scriptures in the Bible said so. God says. First of all, look. If man was created in God's own image, why would God create something that he himself hates? Ask yourself that very profound fucking question. That means that we don't really have a choice in terms of what is determined for our future. It's already laid out before us. I mean, think about the whole story of Lucifer. Lucifer is the angel that fell, and God created him. So it's like, we're talking about someone who was destined to fail, who was destined to fall, who was destined to go down the path, that's a funny word, to go down the path that was stated in that archaic piece of bullshit. By the same guy that created all of this, the same guy that created the guy that walked on water, whatever, we can get into that, but the point is, why is homosexuality even up for discussion? It's completely natural. It's a scientifically proven fact that yes, it is just like sexuality. I mean, if it comes to my understanding, I believe most giraffes are naturally homosexual. So it's not like, oh man, the humans do it, but the animals don't. No, animals do it too. It's not like or living under a rock. Some people choose to and want to perpetuate this bullshit, but I'm really getting tired of it because this is not news. It's not news, and then plus, what someone is in their own privacy does not make us anything. It doesn't give us the right to point fingers at people. Another fucking example. Recently, one of my friends was hanging out. I was hanging out with some of my friends, and I saw one of my other personal friends. She was there with her boyfriend at the time, and she had a dog collar on. Unfortunately, in Louisiana, I'm surrounded by a lot of closed-minded, stupid fucks and dumb fucks. For individuals and neighbors, and then all my other associates gave their 2 cents. Like, oh, did you see that? Oh, shit, it's fucking dog collar. Blah 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 blah. It's just like, people, you do realize that there's a whole world out there, right? There's a whole world out there. People make choices, and just because your choices are not someone else's does not make it fucking law. It doesn't make it this irrefutable truth as you make it out to be. And it's like, man, I'm so sick of it. I really am. So Jason Collins came out. What's next? Truthfully, it won't even matter, because how important it really is, as opposed to what should really be discussed, like, when is Wall Street gonna fucking pay for all the bullshit that they've caused this country to be put in, and all these other greedy bankers and insurance agencies that have basically brought our economy to a fucking standstill in terms of where it is now. Of course, I'm using that word very, very loosely. We're not quite in a standstill, but you get what I mean. I should not be paying $4 for fucking loaf of bread, okay? Times are tough, but goddamn, I'm really, my threshold of tolerance, I shouldn't even have to tell you where it is now. It's beyond. It's not. It was here a few weeks ago, and now it's way up. And look, it's not even on fucking camera. You can't even see it. Au revoir.